Hey there, ever found yourself in an argument and felt like something just didn't add up? Today we're diving into the world of logical fallacies. These tricky little pitfalls can trip us up, even when we think we're making perfect sense. Let's uncover these logical traps. First things first, what are logical fallacies? Imagine you're navigating a maze. Even if you have all the right directions, one wrong turn can lead you straight into a dead end. That's what happens with logical fallacies. Our brains aren't always wired for perfect logic, so let's be aware of these traps and avoid them. Let's learn how to expose politicians, your friends, or your parents when they seem logical but are actually wrong. 1 non sequitur. A non sequitur is when the conclusion doesn't logically follow from the premises. The result may be true or false, but the argument is unsound because there is no connection between the premises. In the conclusion, Batman lives in a mansion. Therefore, Batman must have a giant Batcave under his house. Just because Batman has a mansion doesn't mean there's necessarily a Batcave underneath. It could be elsewhere too. Straw man. A straw man fallacy involves misrepresenting someone's argument to make it easier to attack. Einstein suggests increasing funding for scientific research, and someone responds, Einstein wants us to neglect healthcare and let people suffer. Einstein never said anything about neglecting healthcare. His argument was twisted to make it easier to attack. Post hoc ergo propter hoc. This fallacy assumes that if one event happens after another, the first must have caused the second. Every time Tom Holland releases a new Spider-Man movie, ice cream sales go up. Therefore, Spider-Man movies cause people to buy more ice cream. In reality, there might be other factors at play, like the movie releasing during summer, when ice cream sales naturally rise. For appeal to emotion. Appealing to emotions rather than presenting logical arguments. Tony Stark tries to sell a new gadget by saying, imagine how everyone will envy you when you have this. Everyone will want to be like you. Tony didn't mention any actual features of the gadget, just played on emotions. Ad hominem. This fallacy occurs when you attack the person making the argument, rather than the argument itself. After Hermione Granger presents a solution to a problem, Draco Malfoy says, why listen to her? She's just a know-it-all with no real-world experience. Draco's attack on Hermione's character doesn't address the validity of her solution. 6. Argument from authority. This fallacy relies on the opinion of an authority figure rather than logic or evidence. My professor, who has a PhD in physics, says time travel is possible, therefore it must be true. Even experts can be wrong. An argument should be based on evidence, not just authorities. False dichotomy. This fallacy reduces a complex issue to 2 options, ignoring other possibilities. In a speech, a politician says you're either with us or against us. This ignores the possibility of neutrality or other positions. 8. Slippery slope. A slippery slope fallacy suggests that a minor action will lead to major and often ludicrous consequences. Bruce Wayne warns, if we let Gotham City have one more day of lawlessness, it'll descend into complete anarchy. One more day of lawlessness isn't guaranteed to lead to complete chaos. To quote Wade, this fallacy dismisses someone's argument because they are being hypocritical. Captain America tells Iron Man, you shouldn't drink so much. Iron Man responds, why should I listen to you? You used to drink too. Iron Man's retort doesn't address whether excessive drinking is bad. 10. Argument from ignorance. Assuming something is true because it hasn't been proven false. People say no one has proven that ghosts don't exist. Therefore, they must exist. Lack of evidence against ghosts doesn't prove they exist. Special pleading. Making exceptions when a claim is shown to be false. A character like Sherlock Holmes insists his deduction abilities are infallible. When proven wrong, he says, "Well, my powers don't work when Mercury is in retrograde." He's making an excuse instead of admitting the error. 12. Correlation does not imply causation. Just because two things occurred together doesn't mean one caused the other. Data shows that the number of Nicolas Cage movies increases, so does the number of people drowning in pools. Therefore, Nicolas Cage movies cause drowning. There's no direct link between the two. It's likely coincidental. False continuum. Assuming that two states are the same, because there is no clear line between them. It's silly to call Spider-Man a superhero, because he's just a guy in a suit. But if he's not a superhero, then neither is Iron Man or Batman. Even if there's no clear line, there are distinctions. Anecdotal evidence. Using personal experiences or isolated examples instead of sound arguments. My grandfather smoked his whole life and lived until 97, so smoking can't be that bad. Individual experiences don't negate large-scale studies showing smoking is harmful. 15. Texas sharpshooter. Cherry-picking data to suit an argument. The company claims its product is the best because it's the top seller in 3 out of the 5 biggest cities. They ignore the fact it's not the top seller overall. 16. Circular reasoning. Using the conclusion as a premise. Wonder Woman is the best superhero because no other superhero is better than Wonder Woman. The argument goes in a circle without providing evidence. These will not only make you a better debater, but also help you spot faulty arguments in everyday life. Remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more insightful and entertaining content. See you next time on Kaleidoscope.